Society, welcome back to the Antisocial Planet, and today we are celebrating HanDong's birthday and checking out her 11/11 cover, and I, of course, have never heard the original. Honestly, at this point, you should be used to that. The exception is me knowing the original song that's being covered, not the rule. But I know for a fact that HanDong is going to sound fantastic on this, so let's just check out her version and let her voice wash over us, okay? I don't know what it is. There's something about HanDong, but I find myself just randomly going about my life and I just miss her. And I don't know what that means, but I miss her on a regular basis, even though I see stuff with her. I don't know, but let's check out the song. I already love the aesthetic that we're going for. Oh, it's gonna be one of those, isn't it? The acoustic. Look how lovely.
It's 11:11 오늘이 한 칸이 채 안 남은 그런 시간 우리 소원을
Don't give me POV.
그 시간 별게 다 널 떠오르게 하지 네 맘 끝자락처럼
Oh, okay, like the POV shots. Girl. But I love how this is a little bit of her lower range, but she's got great closure. She's not getting a ton of breathiness in her voice, which I know that she can do. See, look how cute. Not fair. I also love the aesthetic of the red umbrella with this more like washed out background. It might just be Paris, but who knows?
별게 다 널 떠오르게 하지 네 맘 끝자락처럼 차가운 바람 창을 열며 온통 네가 불어와
The cute glasses.
시간이 전부 지나고 나면 이별이
Good lightning up there.
널 다 잊었을까
I also love that we had there at the almost like tape. It had 11 was the mark on it, I think. I can find it now. Yeah, didn't it say 12? 11. Here. I'm pointing with my actual hands. You can see it. Just adding them in.
널 다 잊었을까 모든 게 자리를 찾아서 떠나가고 넌 내 모든 걸
Oh, look how cute! Ah, look how cute!
내 맘은 시계 속에
Good little vocal run there.
같은 곳을 두고 맴돌기만 해 나나나나나나나나 I believe I'll be over you.
Ooh, okay. I love like Shayla vocal run there. Love how she's really digging into the lower part of her range. And then instead of doing higher notes necessarily, she's definitely in a very comfortable part of her range. This isn't like she's really reaching up into some crazy high notes. But what she's doing instead to make that contrast is that when she's going into those higher notes, she's lightening up her voice a lot. It's like I was saying before, she's in a deeper part of her voice, but she's got great closure with her vocal cords. So she's not putting a lot of breathiness into it. Sometimes you have to do with that naturally a higher voice. It's a little bit trickier for you to get into that lower range and have a warm tone to it with lots of closure with your vocal cords. But she's getting that sound, and then to contrast with those notes where she's just going up like a little bit in her range. Like she's not doing anything crazy, but it sounds like there's a bigger contrast between those notes because she's making them really light and breathy. Like she's almost going into a falsetto part of her voice without actually having to transition into that to hit those notes. Like she's not doing anything that requires a falsetto voice for her to hit it, but she's choosing to lighten up her voice to put more of a contrast between those two notes, which is just really nice.
I believe I'll be over you 계절 틈에 잠시 피는 낯선 꽃처럼 하루 틈에 걸려있는 새벽별처럼 이 모든 건 언젠가는 다 지나가고 말겠지
This is just literally her just like sitting there. Oh, cutie!
돌아오고 내가 아무 일 없는 듯이 오게 되면 너의 이름 한 번쯤 부르는 게 지금처럼 아프지 않을 거야 나나나나나나나
She's such a cutie pie.
I'll believe I'll be over you.
Oh, I didn't want it to end. Has it ended? Yes. Fine. Be over. I'm not even mad about it. I'm mostly upset with how short that was. And that might just be because I want to see just more clips of her being adorable. Like, I love the almost found footage feeling of it, in that there's all of these different aspect ratios, all of these different like qualities to the different videos, and it's stitched together. And there's something very, I don't know, indie or like independent. I know those mean the same thing. I don't know. Way of putting the video together. I know that this is probably mostly her putting this together because it is a special clip, and I know it's a special thing for her birthday, but there's just something very interesting about having that. It's a very simple thing to film on different devices, or to just change the aspect ratio and quality to the video. You could put a filter on it to get a very similar effect, to change up the way that the video looks, even though there isn't anything very drastically different happening in the clips. Also, I just like seeing her be adorable. There's probably vlogs out there. I know there's vlogs out there, and I'll watch all of them. If I had time, I would binge through all of them very quickly, because I will just sit here and watch any of the members of Dreamcatcher just existing. I just want to be part of it. But her voice sounding really lovely on this too, and I like getting to see her showing off that lower range, a very just subdued tone to her voice. And I always love getting to hear the things that the members do for just like solos and covers, especially HanDong. I feel like she always does something very interesting, because there is a very certain sound to Dreamcatcher music, and it has this like epic scale to it that doing something more subdued like this doesn't really fit with the overall sound of the group. And they do have moments where they incorporate that into their songs, definitely, but it's not what they're going for as like a Dreamcatcher song, right? So getting to do these covers where she gets to show off more of the like little storytelling things to her voice is just really nice, and I like getting to hear it and showing off a lower range. She always, I feel like with every cover or like moment where I get to hear HanDong's voice on her own, she's always showing off how she's working on her voice. I feel like there's always something to it where you're like, oh, you did that a little bit differently than I've heard up to this point. And I love getting to hear that, seeing how much work she continues to put into her voice, even though she sounds fantastic. I have yet to hear something from HanDong where I'm like, I don't know. Never, not even a little bit. I've always loved her voice, but I can just see the amount of work that she's put into it to create these dynamics in her voice that just always makes it really nice to see what she has for us. And this is just a little treat, a little something for us to celebrate her birthday. And I know I have lots of other covers and stuff to check out. She's released so many, but I thought I would do this one because it was one of the newer ones. But I hope you enjoyed listening to that along with me. You can click this playlist to go into my previous reactions, or you can subscribe to me next time I post a Dreamcatcher reaction. I will see you in the next video. Bye!